family, it's Brightstar. Today I'm not here with fancy hair, okay? Maybe. I'm not here with fancy makeup, fancy lights, fancy clothes. But today I am here as a human. I almost didn't record this video, by the way, because emotionally, today has been heavy. Let me laugh. I laugh to calm my anxiety. Emotionally, today has been heavy. And I realize sometimes the most powerful thing that you can do is to show up even when your heart is tired. So if you're coming across this video, maybe you needed it. And maybe I needed to make it as well. What am I going through? Anyway, recently I went through something that was really shocking. No way. It's not recently. It's actually, even now I'm going through it. Because it's like 3 days ago and today's the third day. And someone I was working with, someone I trusted, just disappeared. No conversation, no proper goodbye, nothing, just silence. Oh, and I must admit that hurts. It hurt deeply, not because of just work, not because of business, but because of human connection. You know, when you've worked with someone for some time, when you've trusted someone and you think you are at a very good space when it comes to working, and then they just disappear. Oh my goodness, that makes you question it. Like, did I do something wrong? Did I push them too hard? Was I rude to them? And that kind of a thing makes your mind start spinning. And the more questions you ask yourself, the more it messes with your head. And so it messed with mine. First on Monday I was okay. Tuesday, yesterday I was like, oops, I was in a shock because I expected, like, even if this person was gonna quit from a workplace, he was gonna do it with a proper bye. Then today I was overly overwhelmed. I ended up even crying. And yeah, so I'm processing it right now, and I was like, whew. Disappointments hurt. Whatever kinds of disappointments hurt. Let no one lie to you. Whatever kind of disappointment hurt. But I think disappointments hurt 10 times if it's from someone you do not expect. The real pain is what people don't talk much about is how heartbreak is not just about romance. Sometimes heartbreak feels like losing safety, losing emotional connection, losing someone who saw you at your lowest, and also losing a future you imagined together. Even if it's with an employee or a team member, oh, that pain is a proper heartbreak. My heart ached. I was holding tears. I kept like checking my phone, like, should I call? Should I text? I kept like wondering, I was like, my emotions were everywhere. Because, when you value someone and you work with them, even as friends, and they just leave without closure, oh. God said, let there be Brightstar. And let Brightstar avoid men so that they do not break her heart. So she stays single. But let me send Brightstar team members who are going to break her heart. And my heart broke. And at a moment I realized I was just not grieving losing a team member. I was grieving losing, emotional connection, losing a friend, losing someone I really hoped like we're gonna work together. And that is why I'm here to talk to you today about, I don't even have a title, like. I think it's a combination of many things. And the saddest thing? Let me give you a background story of how things happened. Have you ever been disappointed by someone you don't expect? Someone you were 100% sure. I feel like laughing, but the reality of the matter is that I'm actually holding myself from crying. But have you ever been disappointed by someone you're so sure that this person could actually not disappoint you? How did you feel? How was it for you? Because for me, oh my goodness. I will not lie to you. I've been disappointed by many people. Like many people. I mean, that's life and that's how life works. But I think it hits you differently every time where you give someone the benefit of doubt and then you find yourself, damn, I should have protected myself. Like you feel like, okay, even you, I thought you were different. I thought you are not like everyone. I thought you are not going to disappoint me. Hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Brightstar, and this one is just not another star. This one is bright, bold, brilliant, brave, and a little extra. Bright by name, star by nature. Bright by name, bold by purpose. Sorry, today I am trying to put my thoughts together. Bright by name, star by nature. Bright by name, bold by purpose. Built from grass to grace, rising through skies and refusing to dim. On this channel, I am not just Brightstar. I am your online bestie. Here, we love, we shine, and we grow together. So if you are here for the lessons, for the laughter, or something a little extra, you are in the right place. Life is too short for you to dim your light. And if you've ever lost your light, I hope you find some of it here. Because in this channel, it's all things bold, all things Brightstar. Now let's go to our today's topic. How to go on or how to deal with things even when someone disappoints you. I have this bad behavior where if I'm going through something, I want to laugh it off, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. You can notice this girl is actually trying to hold it together. But how do you handle when someone disappoints you? This is something that I'm going through when I'm dealing. That's why I'm doing this video. And what exactly happened? Okay, come here. Come here. Hey, if someone disappointed you, I want to say I'm sorry and I understand. But okay, this is my story. I got this team member, okay, and we had this really, really good connection when it came to work. And there was a person behind the camera, so he was the one recording me. Okay, I had there's a girl and there's a boy. So for him, he came after we were replacing one of our team members who had to leave out of some circumstances. And then so he came. And this boy, all he gave me since he came to work was stability. He actually gave me so much stability to the point that I was like, oh, this is not just a team member. This is someone who is going to be my friend, even in the long run. And we work together. We had this chemistry at work. You know, the way you're when you get together, you just work and work and work. And it's so beautiful. And so we had even conversations. I even told him, I was the day you will move, the day you will need, because when he was coming to look for a job in our place, he had actually said he will be here for only a month or two, and he was supposed to go to Germany. He was organizing a visa to go work. So he was not supposed to be a permanent employee. So I told him, before you leave, you have to give me 1 month notice because I will need to train someone else. And we agreed. And we worked together so well. We did I have a lot of videos that I'm still posting right now on my other social media platforms because we did it together. And honestly, I was so yeah, I finally got someone who we understand each other where videos are concerned. Oh, and then last week, I don't want to get emotional. I do not want to get emotional in this video. But then last week on Friday, I was very... Okay, I've been experiencing... this is my first video of 2026, actually. All the videos you've watched, I showed them last year. This is the first video I'm shooting this year. And I'm shooting myself, which was not part of the plan. But on I experienced something that was really like a little bit draining. I was an adopted child at some point, or is it fostered? Yeah, I lived with this family. I lived with many families, but I always say I was adopted. It might not have been legally, but this family treated me like their own child. And I always talk about her, Mama Rose. So I lived with Mama Rose for years, and that is the person who built me, and that is the person who made me want to be a star and dress up and all that. So Mom Rose got sick some time back, 2021, and I've been running away from it. I've been like this, like I did not want to accept that she got sick and she might never be fine. So what I was doing was I kept postponing dealing with it, and until in 2025 around November, it caught up with me. Like I needed to accept that she's not okay. Okay. And so I went home to see her. Every time I go see her, I crash out. My goodness, I crash out for months. I crash out. I crash out. No, for like a week. So if I go every month, it means 1 week, like I'll just be performing 3 weeks. 1 week I've crashed out because I cannot understand how I was so lonely in this world, and then God gave me this lady, and he decided to take her when I was just becoming an adult. It breaks me so much. So I went home in November and I came to my office and I was an emotional wreck. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. Whew, I don't want to cry. And I was an emotional wreck for like a whole week. So like the person in question that I'm saying, he was literally there. Like he was literally there as a friend. And this is workplace, so getting someone at a workplace who can actually like be there for you when you're going through stuff, I think that can be very, very a good thing, let's say. So for 1 week I just kept sleeping and I kept telling them I need to go home. Imagine you're the boss, imagine you're the leader, and you are actually being vulnerable with your team. That's how bad it was. Like I'm being vulnerable, like I need to go home. I feel I do not have the strength to keep running the business, and they held me down and they're like, don't go home. So I stayed for like a week, and I started picking myself up again. What I didn't tell you is that when I was home, I reached out to one of her sons and I told him, okay, her kids were like in their 40s when I was living in her 40s, 50s. So we didn't have like that so much conversations. I was more or less friends with their kids who were younger than me. But I consider them as my brothers and my sisters because, they never fought me the time I lived with mom. So I always tell people I have 2 brothers and 1 sister because Mom Rose had 3 kids. You'll forgive me if today my story will be all over. I just want to have a talk with my friends here. Anyway, where was I? I was saying when I was at home, I had a conversation with one of the kids and I told him, I feel I need to do something for mom because mom was there for humanity. She took care of people like me. She took care of kids like me. And maybe we need to have a fashion school in her name or even a foundation. And he told me we meet home on Christmas and we discuss what we can do for mom. Okay. So after my 1 week of crashing out, let me laugh so that I contain my emotions. So after my 1 week of crashing out, I started just performing things slowly, but I wasn't okay. My mental health deteriorated so badly. It was like I was grieving someone who is alive, it's accepted mom will never be okay, and that was painful. All the pains that I experienced for like 4 years trying to put up with mom not being okay, it just hit me. So it was like I had experienced death, but it wasn't death. It's just that my brain was processing that the lady that I loved so much and the lady that loved me like her child. Wait a minute. Anyway, I was saying, it was like I had lost someone and I was just on this emotional entanglement with myself. You can be going through emotional entanglement, but you're doing it with yourself. So I was not okay for like the whole of November. Then December, I told my grandparents, I was like, I'm not gonna come home and I'm gonna go to Mom Rose. This time I want to spend it with Mom Rose. And so I decided I was going home. And around 23rd December, I was preparing to go home. I was still at work and I'm packing. And then I see news all over. A certain CEO had committed suicide. And yeah, to shorten the whole story, the CEO who committed suicide, his name is Evans Mora. Rest in peace, Evans Mora. Evans Mora was Mom's son. And I did not know how to deal with her. I didn't. Honestly, I didn't. And I went home for Christmas, and that was like the hardest time of my life. The way like I was just trying to process that Mom is not okay. Maura is actually the person now there's a child of Mom that I had called that I needed to meet and discuss what I can do for Mom. And then he's taken his life. And I was in their home for like 2 weeks. And I could not process that. I couldn't process it. I was just like, how? You are a whole CEO of a billion tech company. Mom loved you. You and Mom were so close. How do you commit suicide? Honestly, I felt so much pain for Mom. But thank God her condition, she can like process a lot. But then the brother, I was feeling so bad for the brother, for the sister. And I'm an empath, so I feel things so deeply. And it's... Anyway, so I came back to work on January. And I was just a walking shell of myself, I did not understand what happened there. Like, I was just a walking shell of myself, and I've been trying to process that. I've not been in the best space mentally. Like, I let go of some of my team members. Like, I feel like I'm in a space where I was just, like, life was trying to make sense, and I did not know how to. And so, when you're in that kind of a state, maybe you're not a good leader. Maybe you just need to, like, relax and stuff. And so last week on Friday, I took a break. I went home. I was like, I need to go and process things because I'm not doing well mentally. I did not tell anyone though. So I just went home. I took the monthly, like the salaries, and then I went home with her. Oops. Oh God. Anyway, I went home. Then on Saturday, I was not there. On Monday, I came to work. And this employee didn't come to work. Like, he didn't communicate, he didn't call. He knew I've always communicated. If you're a team member and you're not coming to work, please text me or let me know. But he didn't. He was still in the groups, but he didn't communicate. And my brain went like, something must be off. But I was like, okay, give it some time. There was some issues with the public transportation on that day. So I was like, oh, maybe it's a public transportation. But deep down, because this is someone who's never missed work, who's never not communicated. Deep down, I knew something was off. And around 1 p.m., I called and he didn't pick. And I asked one of his friends, I was like, how is so-and-so? It's like, I also called and his number was off. And that was Monday. And I even sent a message. I was like, hey, you didn't come to work. Is it that you're affected by the public transportation? Let me get this out. Is it that you are affected by the public transportation ban? Or is this you telling us a silent goodbye? And then there was no response. And I remember my anxiety going on so high. When you lose someone that you really value, like the way I lost Maura, like that's Mom's son, the way he committed suicide. When something seems to be happening to someone else, it's like your mind goes a lot like, whoop. So I was like, is this person okay? So my anxiety really shot and it went so high. And I was like, okay. I did not, Then on Tuesday, I woke up that he had left the office groups, and that's the time I knew he had quit work. And I tried again to make a call. When an employee leaves, most of the time I don't reach out because I am a very understanding person. And when someone just decides to quit, I always let them do. I don't reach out. I don't, because you should come and explain to me. But for this one, I tried to because it was so unlike him. And I was like, oh, I tried calling again. He didn't pick. And I felt so sad. I felt as if I had lost another family member. And I was trying to process this. And I'm like, what the hell happened? Like, what happened? What happened? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I can't get you in the call? Anyway, today's the day I'm doing this video. He sent an email and he was like, he said he had sent me an email already, but maybe it didn't get to me. And he left because of personal reasons and commitments that really needed his full attention, so he couldn't be at work. He is also sorry that he has not been available on a phone call. And I tried to, like, we had a conversation on the email. I was like, are you okay? Is your mental health okay? And then I just even told him, like, since Maura passed away, I am trying so much to be okay, even to wake up. So I do not want to lose someone else. And the way you acted is not what I would have expected of you, because since I've worked with you, you've been, the most very reliable. So are you okay mentally? Like, do you need any help to navigate this? And he said he was actually okay mentally. He tried to explain. And part of me is like so disappointed. The way you're like, I expected better of you. Anyway, so that's what inspired today's video. And here I am at night, and now I was like, let me see if I can record myself. Let me see if I can actually learn how to be recording myself, because I have this thing where I value people so much. And I experienced it last year. Like last year I detached. There's a video I did on detachment, and the reason for that is that I care for people deeply. And when you care for people deeply, it means they can also hurt you. And so I've been trying to just be unbothered by people and just not care if I lose team members and stuff like that. But then this one found a way of getting to me, and I was like, oh, maybe it's time I just decide to be recording myself for a while and not just because even the previous videographer that I had, I was so entangled. Like, I was really concerned about, personal issues. Like, I end up treating people who are recording me as my family. And then when now they behave according to how I don't expect, it breaks me. So here is me. And I just wanted to share this with you and tell you it's okay in case you're going through something where someone just did something you didn't expect. Let me tell. I wipe my tears. Anyway, so yeah, disappointments always happen. Disappointment will always happen. People will act according to how you don't expect them to, and you're going to be hurt, and you're going to be in pain, and you're going to cry. And I want to tell you, it's okay. It's okay. Like, life is beautiful, and the reason why it's also beautiful is that it has people in it. And if those people disappoint you, anyway, so this is the thing about, I don't like doing videos when I'm emotional, but I've also noticed something. Every time I'm going through stuff, I crash. And so this time, I'm trying to be different. I'm trying to just share my pain, share my journey, both the good and the bad, not just the success part of it. And so today, for me to have this setup, record videos, it's 8:41 p.m. so I'm in the office. For me to decide to do the videos today, It's me telling myself, Brightstar, you're not gonna spiral. You are not going to. You're not going to spiral. You're not going to scroll the whole night. You're not going to cry. You're not going to crash out. You're going to like sure and do a YouTube video. And you see what I've noticed is when you're going through grief, because I've been going through grief for, when you're going through grief, yeah, every day is for you to show fashion, even when you're crying. So when you're going through grief, small things tend to break you. So it's not just about my team member or my employee quitting work. It's actually more to do with the fact that I am not okay myself, so small things are breaking me. And when you've worked with someone, you've trusted someone, and you've done a lot with someone, like you just like become like family members, and then they just choose to quit and disappear, and no communication, no exit. Oh my goodness! And you are not okay. That messes up with you. But this is what I've learned. Sometimes people will disappoint you, because you didn't deserve like the conversation, okay? Sometimes people disappoint you because they do not know how to sit with their emotions. And honestly, for him to not pick our calls, we tried to call him. Even like everyone at work was concerned, so we tried to call him and he didn't pick our calls. And he is coming to communicate through email. It was really, yeah. So that is the biggest disappointment that I've had this year, honestly. And I'm trying to process that. And I was like, let me do a video. I am not sure I'm gonna post this video, okay? This video, I'm doing it for myself. Like, I just want to process and remember this day and not crash out and just be like, I am feeling so disappointed because this was my videographer. But I'm also letting him go with this because he worked for us pretty well. And I wish he communicated. If there was an issue, we would have solved it out. But I am disappointed and at the same time I'm hurt because I use videos as videos are always my coping mechanism. And so the whole of January I did not record. In February I'm not recording. So we were trying to like push the content we had and edit it. So it's also a good time that he's exited because I am not so busy with content. But also I feel like it's like I've lost another family member and that hurts. And I was like, I'm gonna do this video for myself. I don't have to post it. No, I don't have to post it. But in case one day I watch it and I feel I am in a better position to share it, I will. But that is my experience of being disappointed by someone who didn't. Like honestly, for this team member, I did not expect. Oh my goodness, I was like, I actually even knew when he leaves our workplace, because you remember I said he was to be here for like a month and then he leaves to Germany. So I knew even if he leaves, he was going to be one of my friends. Like I knew like this is someone who worked for us so well, so we were going to remain cordial. Yeah. Anyway, I think it wasn't just about that. It's just that I've been handling a lot, and I feel like I'm reaching a breaking point. So something else I'm learning with disappointments is if you feel like you're, oh my goodness, I've just noticed I don't know where I've placed my microphone. Like I've looked for it, I couldn't find it. So what I've done is I've picked the second one. I hope it's actually working. Let me see. Anyway, losing that microphone was a blessing because hey, a girl is back and I've collected myself and I'm no longer crying. And anyway, so this is the thing I'm saying about disappointment. Sometimes you're gonna be disappointed by the people you trust the most. Okay, acknowledge that. Sometimes it's those you have to acknowledge. Sometimes it's those who will disappoint you the hardest, and you have to like be willing to give human beings grace and know that it's okay. Like just know that it's fine. In case someone disappoints you, just give people grace and know like everyone is handling something, and sometimes people don't quit on you, or people don't leave or go silent because you are a bad person or they are a bad person. No, sometimes they leave because they are scared, they do not know how to handle emotions, and they prefer silence to just communicating. I mean, I think it's okay for you to acknowledge that people will sometimes disappoint you, employees will disappoint you, friends will disappoint you, your bosses will disappoint you, friends, I mean, family. Oh, disappointment can come in all angles, and most of the time it hurts the most if you do not expect that from someone. And what I think what I'm gonna do going forward is that I'm not gonna put anyone on pedestal. I'll always give people the benefit of the like, hey, 50-50. Hey, I hope you don't disappoint me, but even if you do, I expect it. I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned from all this. Like, it's okay for someone to just disappoint you and disappear. And the other lessons I'm learning is that even when you're feeling like the whole world is crumbling or collapsing, please keep going. This is a video of strength. Despite what I'm going through, this I feel like just sleeping and crying, and just like I feel like how can I thought we were like we were like gonna work together for so long. Like I feel so sad. But then I'm like, yeah, trying to record a video and show you my fashion and just flex and just, because I am accepting that it's okay to be disappointed, but that's not the end of life and you have to share. Something else is avoid social media scrolling when you're going through it. I do not know. Honestly, today is the first time, I think in like 2 years, where I'm going through something and it's deeply, deeply affecting me. But instead of letting it drain me, I'm actually here trying to do a video. Today I made a promise to myself. I was like, I can be the biggest YouTube star someday from Africa, because if I were just to direct my pain to videos, if I were just to like say every evening I'll be left recording myself, it can be so good because I can share the real raw experiences like I've shared that one. I hope no one uses it against me. But I think I should come here and be sharing, like use my pain to push forward, and I will challenge you to do the same. Like use your pain to push forward. So anytime you hurt, instead of you scrolling and instead of you like breaking yourself and going ensuring that you're like spiraling and spending like the next 6 months depressed because you couldn't stop or know when to stop scrolling, I think I would really literally advise you to pick a hobby. Starting today, I've picked YouTube. Like anytime I am not okay, I'm gonna come online and record a video and post it, because I want YouTube to be my letting out, like my coping mechanism. I was speaking to one of my friends yesterday, and I was telling him what happened and the way I'm going through so much, like everything, business is so slow. I have a friend who, oh my goodness, I have a friend who, that one I'll say in another video. Like business has been slow. I have a friend, I am sleeping in the office for reasons known to myself. Mora committed suicide, mom is sick. Like I've been like, honestly, I've been like going through it the most, like I have so much, like everything everywhere seems to be collapsing. And I was telling this friend, I was like, I feel like I have seen my microphone. Imagine it's somewhere. I was telling this friend, I feel like my whole world is like just crumbling, and I do not know. Like it's just draining. I'm not okay. And he asked me something. He was like, Brightstar, what is your coping mechanism when you're not okay? And I told him I record videos, challenges, dancing and stuff like that. I read books. I just stay indoors. And he told me his coping mechanism is hiking. And I mean, when he's struggling, the body's struggling not to give up, giving, and then he's just going up, and he's like, his mind's clears up. And he told me I need coping mechanism, because if I do not get a coping mechanism, I am going to commit suicide. And oh my goodness, he was right. And so today I've chosen my coping mechanism is going to be YouTube. I am going, or just giving speeches. Like, I'm just gonna be talking it out. Like, I need to like have that. Sorry, I'm using a lot of likes. Because I mean my thoughts are everywhere. But I'm choosing doing videos and coming online and sharing my journey as my coping mechanism. Maybe one day when I'm a little bit like older, maybe when I'm a little bit older someday, my kids can watch my journey and they can appreciate it for the money they'll be having, because I have struggled. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hope one day I'll make it. So yeah, I mean, this video was about dealing with disappointment, but I brought a lot of things. So maybe I should actually rename the video to how to rise up again. Oh, sorry. I saw the battery was low and I thought someone was behind me. Oh God, that was so scary. I was like, who? What has happened? And then I realized it's a phone. So yeah. How have you dealt? Have you dealt with disappointment from someone you didn't expect? How did you handle it? How do you handle going through so much? Like a lot of things happening to you, so that even every small thing that happens to you just breaks you. How do you handle it? How do you handle tell me, how do you deal with, you know? Oh, I forgot there's another stall here. This can be a stall. So how do you deal with disappointments? How? If you're watching this and you're going through the season I am going through, I want you to listen to me carefully. I want you to know that you do not heal by choosing other people. You do not heal by chasing other people. You heal by choosing yourself. You know, today the most difficult thing I had to do was like to sit with myself and tell myself, I did my best. I cared. I reached out. I tried. I offered community. Like sometimes you just have to tell yourself, if you've been ghosted or emotionally abandoned, or you've lost a good person, good friend, or heartbreak sometimes don't just come from romantic relationships. Sometimes it'll come from employees, friends, people you trusted. And if someone decides to put you through emotional pain or distress, I want you to know, as long as you've chosen and you've shown the leadership, it's okay. And you will heal. Like closure sometimes, and the only closure you need is to accept that you tried your best and this person maybe wasn't willing to. And I think that takes a lot of guts to accept, Stop blaming yourself, okay? Just accept that you cared with dignity and that's enough. Don't blame yourself don't wish you did more. Don't wish that you should have done more, because if someone has chosen to act in a certain way, that is on them. And honestly, you have to just accept that you cannot change how people act, but you can change how you act and how you react. And you don't blame yourself, because sometimes it's not about you, it's about them. Maybe they just don't know how to handle emotions or communicate or exit peacefully. Maybe they exit when emotions become too much. If, instead of communicating, sitting down and just solving things, maybe they just opt out. And that is very, very okay. So don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't wish you did more. Because, yesterday I was like, oh, maybe I should have, cared for this person more. Imagine, you don't be single like me. Don't stay single like me. Because why am I being heartbroken by employees now? How do I stay single for all these years? Because I don't want a heartbreak. Okay, I don't want a heartbreak. And then an employee decides to do my hair like that. Like, why? Like, why is this happening? Let's just face it. Like, why am I being humbled? Like, you know what, Brightstar? You don't want a heartbreak, so you're staying single. Let me break your heart. Like, why? Why would someone choose to do dirty to me like that? Because I kind of feel like that person heartbroke me, and I'm honestly heartbroken. And I was like, was that his game all along? Like, did he just come here to be the best thing that happened to me last year? Okay, not the best thing that happened to me last year. I think that people can misquote. Hey, I didn't mean like that. I meant like the best employee in terms of content. Only for him to break my heart. Was he actually here to like work? Or was he on a mission? Maybe someone told him it's hard to break Bryce, and he decided to show up and be the best thing for some time and then, break my heart. So my heart is broken. Like, don't stay single like me only for employees to break your heart. I need prayers. I need prayers. I need prayers. But that's the reality of my life. Some people are seasonal. Not everyone who comes to your life is supposed to stay with you forever. I think that's something I'm unlearning, and I had to teach myself. Some people come to your life for a season. They come to your life to hold you for a particular moment. They come to your life to take you to the next moment. They come to your life to help you in a particular. People are seasonal. And when their season in your life is over, they are going to go to the next chapter. And when that season ends, it hurts. Not because it was meaningless, but because, we are human. And so you need to accept that sometimes some people are seasonal. I think my only biggest undoing is I always try to treat everyone as if they will be with me forever. And so when they leave, I end up overly stressed out. But I think from this whole experience, it was very, very important I had this team member at a particular time, because when he came, I really needed to do videos, and we did a lot of videos together. We had a lot of growth, but then his season in my life is probably over, and it's hurting me because I had planned to have him around as long as he was in the country, and now it's not gonna work. So seasons, accept that people are seasonal. Accept that people come to teach you a lesson. People come to hold you at a particular time. People walk in your life, and when whatever they were supposed to do is done, they will live, and you need to make a lot of peace with hearts. Don't be like me. Don't start crying when the season is over. Don't be like me. Please have a better role model. I am the worst. The worst is Brightstar. Like, she cries and crashes out when seasons are over. So please understand, it's just a season. Choose yourself. Today I had two options. Two options. To create or to collapse. And I chose to create. I chose to show up. Even when I'm feeling tired, even when I'm feeling heartbroken, even when I'm feeling drained, even when I'm feeling sad, I chose to come to this camera, show up, speak, do a video, even if this video is all over, like the notes are not like my other videos. I chose to not let the pain steal my future. Okay? And that is what strength looks like sometimes. Strength looks like this. See, like this? Like this? Like that? This is strength. It means showing up even when you're not okay. Not pretending you're okay, but actually showing up. This is strength here in motion, and you should know it's okay. You always have two choices, and every choice is heard. You don't know how hard it is to stand here when all I want is to sleep. My office bed is even made. Like, it's literally very hard for me to stand here and just talk to you and just cry. But it's also very hard to stay on bed and cry, because in the morning, I find myself with, I think this camera is favoring me. This camera is favoring my skin, but I had like some eye bags, and I looked really interested. And so it's both things are hard. You choose your head. You know, both things are hard. You choose your head. Do you show up, or do you cry and then wake up with a headache the whole day? Which is your head? Which is your head? So, if you're watching this and you feel heavy, if someone left you confused, if someone left you heartbroken, if you're holding back tears right now like I was when I was starting this video, I want you to listen to me. Come here. I want you to know that you are not weak, you are not dramatic, you are not too much. No. On the contrary, you are human. And this moment shall pass. And you know what? One day, you will look back and see that the pain made you stronger. The heartbreak left you with more wisdom, and the loss taught you boundaries. One day you will look back and say everything taught you. You know, I hope one day, I've come a long way. I've realized like for me to stand here and just speak when I'm going through something, there's a different version of this girl, and this girl likes this version. And it's because I've constantly dealt with disappointments, and every other disappointment, every other pain, every other heartbreak, it leaves me stronger, it leaves me better. After a while, after crashing out, it doesn't leave me better every day. Hey, let me not lie to you. It leaves me better after a while. And now I'm better equipped to deal with life challenges. And even if they might take me down, I end up, stronger and so well here. So well here. This moment that you're holding tears, it's gonna leave you strong. It's gonna teach you someday, and you're gonna be wiser and better when you're dealing with the next people or person. I don't know whether you do plural or you do single. For me, it's person when I'm dealing with the next person. For you, I don't know. We have come to the end of today's video, and thank you so much for staying until this moment. I want to know that I appreciate you. I want to know that I appreciate you, and I want you to always remember this. You do not lose people, okay? You outgrow versions of life that cannot hold you anymore. And so in case anything happens to you and it's very, very painful, please just know that you are outgrowing a season and a version of life that cannot hold you anymore, because you are going to the next step. Shine besties, I really appreciate all of you. It's because of you that this girl has not died. She's always here creating and just connecting with you guys. And bye and see you in the next video or audio. Bye. Update. I finally ended up posting this video. Remember I said in the video that I wasn't sure if I was ever going to post it. Today I'm posting it. And I've never had courage to like watch that video. Whenever I do a video and I'm very emotional, I'm like, no, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that. And I don't know why I kept feeling like it was not something I wanted to show. I don't like showing my vulnerable side. So when I'm broken and when I go through stuff and I do a video, I never want to watch it again. But today morning I woke up and I watched that video and I was like, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Why didn't I share it? I remember when I did that video, my channel stayed for over a month without a video because I did not want to post that one. I kept feeling, no, I can't post this one. Like I kept feeling, I don't want to watch it, I don't want to share it. But today I watched it And I was like, nah, there was nothing that was so much, so I can actually share it. And that's how you can see it. And the update again is that he came back to work. He came back to work. Yeah, he did. It turns out he was just overwhelmed with personal issues. And I wasn't even part of the problem. So he just thought he was going through a lot, and he decided to take a break because he didn't want to be an inconvenience and stuff like that. But then we were able to have a conversation later. It wasn't so much, but he was overwhelmed. And when someone is overwhelmed, sometimes they make decisions that don't reflect who they are. And I was the happiest person, honestly, when he came back. That's why I'm sharing this with you. And it also taught me a lot about being a good leader. I mean, sometimes you never know, even the people you spend time with every day, they are just overwhelmed and they're going through so much. And you might not see it because maybe you're going through your own stuff. And sometimes it's very important to just sit and ask someone, are you okay? How are you doing? Because I almost lost a very good person, a very good team member, because I was going through my own stuff and I wasn't able to see that they were going through their own. Now it's okay. It's been 2 months now. Came back. Work is no more. I hope he never watches this video. Like, even right now, I've had to tell him, I was like, hey, get outside. I need to like talk for like 10 minutes. Not knowing that I wanted to talk about him. Yeah, so he came back and I was happy. And I have my videographer back. And yeah. I think as I grow up, I'm learning actually to handle a lot of situations. That was the first one that I handled it very well. And I thought like that was really, really a good way of me handling stuff because, I was concerned. I was trying to show. I was trying. And then like a month later, I had a big one. A big one. So I think part of leading people and part of being a leader is learning how to handle people, especially when they're not quiet. And I think I was doing so badly at that. When I look back, I think I failed some of my team members, honestly. And yeah. So that was quite an experience. And it also made me like self-reflect. And because at the point, I think that 1 week when he wasn't like picking calls, when he wasn't communicating with us and stuff like that, it made me reflect so much on myself and how I handle people. So I think sometimes it's important to lose people value so that you also reflect on yourself and your style of leadership. So that when you get good people, you can actually appreciate them. Yeah, like you can actually. I am not sure I want to speak about that, but hey. Now in the morning when I was watching that video, I was wondering, hey, Bryce, are you honest with yourself? Is there something you are telling the world? Why were you so like disturbed? Why were you crying? And why were you? I mean, I watched it and I laughed at myself. Like, hey, girl, you need to style up. You need to know where to take your emotions because, what was that? What was that video that you just watched? I was literally crying like a baby. Oh my goodness. Like, that whole experience taught me so much about me being a leader. It taught me that I actually sometimes pretend not to care, but I do. I do care for people. And I think when I started my business, the biggest challenge I experienced was being told that my kindness was a weakness. I remember the person I was working before I started my business, actually told me I was running my business like Mother Teresa and I needed to stop taking business as charity. So throughout the few years I've had my business, I was literally I was literally trying to change my soft, kind-hearted person. But the more I deal with people, the more I realize that I care. And I care deeply. And I need to honor that side of me. Because, look at that video. What did you watch? You watched me literally crying and breaking down and doing a whole video because of a team member. And I value so much, especially if someone shows up and works for me with one heart. Like he does, someone who understands me, someone who takes time to just make my life easier, I will value back with the same. And because I had been taught as a leader I shouldn't, I kept on fighting it. But going forward, one resolution that I have is to honor. Like Bryce is a kind person, so my business has to reflect my kindness. I'm not going to like try and be a man and be no. I'm gonna honor my biology. I'm going to try and just yeah. But I'm happy. I think at the moment I'm happy. I've also learned to solve problems instead of just letting people go. Before I used to let people go. But one thing, and it's actually thanks to this team member, like thanks to this person who I did this video about, I have learned to like start working on just solving problems with people and trying to understand them. That whole experience is a wake up call because I was like, you might be literally working with everyone, with someone like you might be literally working with someone 9 hours a day and you don't know they're going through stuff until they crash out. So I do not want to be that leader where people crash out and they have to miss work for me to notice they're not okay. So I am trying to literally work on that side. Oh, what a story to put out here. We have come to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shine besties. Bye bye online family and see you in the next video. I've always been afraid my best years have passed. They say the good old days, well, and never less. I've been running with you in my head, in the time might seem to fly. Then it's hard to hold it. I've been running you with you in my head, in between memories. Everybody seems to live bittersweet memories.